Hey Gemini, welcome to your reading. I'm Empress Rose. These are general readings. We're going to take what works and leave what doesn't, as with everything in life. And if I don't catch your wavelength here, check your other major placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus are the major placements. So we're starting off with an intuitive vibe from this deck of oracle cards, Moonology, mixed with Work Your Light. And then I'm going to move on to a traditional tarot spread with the Golden Tarot deck. All right. Then if I feel like it, I might add a little wild Kuan at the end there for some punctuation. All right. All right, Gemini, what do we have here? This deck's been a little slow. I think it just wants some precise messages. Okay. That's not very precise of you, but called you precise and you're like, I'm going to prove you wrong. Holy shit. That's a lot. All right. Well, get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. Time alone, rooting. I was just doing that rooting meditation. And then, so there you go. Getting meditated here. Really connecting with the earth, really connecting. I feel like I posted this thing on Twitter the other day. It was a picture of sort of the universe, and it was putting its fingers up through the earth, like here's the earth's crust, and the universe went like that. And then it drew little pictures on each, and it was like, you know, the universe pretending to be separate from itself. But it's all actually, we're all actually interconnected, and we're all actually one. So, and I think that's how tarot works. It's sort of like, we're all already one, so it's not mysterious that I would have some sort of access to your stories or your storylines or anything like that. And one way that I prepare for doing these readings is to do a rooting meditation where my roots go down into our shared earth and into our shared experience. So we're talking about that with, we've got some Buddha here, we've got some blossoming, some flowers. I feel like actually, let's just call it root chakra work. Worthiness, connection, worthy to be alive, worthy to be here. That's one of my mantras, or one of my where my recent work has been in working with my root chakra. I want to be here. I want to be here, like, and making sure that feeling, I'm connected to that feeling that I want to be here. I don't know why, but that's where I'm at right now. That's just been an interesting exploration for me. Okay. Man, this is a popular card. I'm just going to read them like a book. You got a soul family calling in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So whatever, you know, has you feeling ungrounded or has you feeling up in the air, connect with someone, connect with somebody, connect with some people, you know, you've got people here that want to support you and want to help you. So I feel like there's, in both of these, get grounded in soul family, there's a real message of support in the physical world. Grounded, meaning real, meaning earth, of the earth, right? And there are people here, actual physical people, that want to help you and connect with you. And yeah, this is both about connection and some sort of grounding, earthiness. I mean, because there's other cards about spiritual help, but you're getting a card about, oh my God, the next card here is Council of Light, Divine Orchestration, Helpers in the Subtle Realms. So you also have spiritual help. Oh God, I love this, because you have help here in the physical realm, in this earth, on this earth, that wants to help you. You also have spiritual assistance, spiritual help. You are sitting right in between these two things. Your mind, you're receiving the spiritual help in your from your crown chakra, and then you're rooting in the actual physical help in your base chakra here. And you are, see, this is how I see you. See these little sparkles of light coming down from your ethereal assistance right into your mind, and then you're grounded and then all the way through you into the earth, grounding into your physical life, into your physical existence, which are the actual people that have come around you, are around you here to help you and assist you and possibly even guide you deeper into your desire to be here, to have this earthly experience. You have Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? So this really, obviously this is the Virgin Mary here in this card, but mothering yourself, caring for yourself. We see the same outpouring of roses right here. Roses being a very spiritually connected flower, and scent. In my opinion, the scent of the rose is incredibly spiritual. So this again is supporting yourself as well as allowing other people to support you. So again, we're getting with this rooted meditation just so much support, spiritual support, supporting yourself, allowing other people to support you. And then we have share your voice. Okay, so you're expressing something. You're going to start talking about something, and I think that's why you need all of this support around you. There's something you need to start expressing, either a dream, either something that happened to you. There's something that happened to you that triggered you to retreat, to hide away, to silence yourself. And it's now, you're being called, and you're being called in this very specific way, saying you are well supported. There are people here that want to support you. You can support yourself. Do what you need to support yourself as you do this. But I feel like the activity, so we have this incredible foundation of support that's come out first. And then the activity is you talking, speaking up about something that you have been shut down about before. But speaking up again, going back out there, putting yourself back out there, making yourself again. She feels so small in this and vulnerable in this big, giant world of huge actions, huge pyramids, huge, giant world of roiling, lots of intense emotions and emotionality and almost anger and obstacles and all of that. And she's looking out there. She's retreated back to her cave. You've retreated back to some sort of cave, and you're looking at going back out there, putting yourself back out there, getting back on your horse. And this is saying the support. You're the number one supporter of yourself here, and you do that by connecting, rooting, and you're doing your work, but then people come along to help you, and spiritual help as well is available to you. We're going to also go to Priestess here. How are you being called to step up and lead? So you're changing some sort of dynamic. You're bringing in your energy and initiating something. This is you initiating something, and it's coming from a very spiritual, well-grounded place is where we need to be coming from. But you are bringing the spiritual guidance and the spiritual help that you are receiving, and you're making it manifest. I want to say with your own two hands. You're building. There was a song. Who did that song about all the things, all the ways that you build your world with your own two hands? I can't remember it, but it was like something that has to do with Curious George somehow. Anyway. So Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? Maybe whatever you learn here, whatever you get here, it's time for you to bring that back. Bring whatever guidance you've received, however you've developed this part of yourself. Maybe it's time for you to start communicating that to other people. Maybe you too can help other people here because you are really well supported. And it's time for you to take some sort of initiative in communicating yourself, expressing yourself, and getting back out there, but you're going to have to take the steps. Your commitment is being tested. This could be your commitment to yourself being tested, or your commitment to this goal of some sort of self-expression has been tested, and you did retreat a little bit. You may be you need to stay strong, you need to stay focused. You may be about to sort of have some things that sort of like clouds come in to obstruct your vision of what it is that you want. But this is why you're staying grounded and you're getting support from other people, including yourself. It's time to take action. This is new moon in Aries. Time to take action. You're starting something. You're starting something by speaking up and taking an initial action here. That's what these two cards is. How are you being called to step up and lead? And it's time to take action. Both of those talk about, and Aries. I mean, a new moon in Aries. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. And a new moon in Aries is going to be the beginning of that. And this is like, I want to say it's a little bit like a big bang here, okay? It's the big bang, it's the initial action that other actions ripple out from. That reality gets changed and shifted by your initial communication. You may have tried this in the past, it did not work. There was too much blowback, there was too much pushing back on you. You may have tried to do something, to be who you are, to express who you are somehow, and you got a lot of blowback and resistance. This is saying, try it again. It's time to take action, and now is the time. And there is something about now being the time. Now is the time to, it's not just saying you are in a cave. This is saying it's time to leave the cave. It's time to leave your protected space and go out into the big, scary world. You are very well supported. You have 3 cards of good, solid support surrounding you. Yeah, it's been hard and you've been tested, but now is the time to express something, to come out of hiding, to emerge into the big, scary world. Now it's time to take action, and you are being called. That call feels a little bit, it feels urgent to me. Yeah, sorry, I don't want to put pressure on you, but it does feel urgent to me. Maybe to you too. It's time to take action. I love these Moonology cards. At first I thought they were really simplistic, but when you take them sort of as a paragraph like this, they really like add up. And it'll tell you that it's time. Now is the time. It's time to take action. And then you've got a lot of cards of support and a lot of cards about it's time to move forward. You have 3 cards about it's time to take action, 3 cards about support, and just staying committed to your path and to who you really are. All right, Gemini, moving on to your regular tarot spread. This is your past, your present, your inner landscape, what's at issue, your environment, your to-do list, and your possible outcome. Oh my gosh, lots of popular cards here. I've already seen in these readings King of Cups, 10 of Coins, the Hierophant, 2 of Cups. Interesting, that King of Cups has been showing up a lot. Solid maturity. I'm calling him the Poseidon of your inner landscape, of your emotional Poseidon. He rules, well, not rules, that has a connotation of control. Anyway, this is emotional maturity in your recent past. This could be you or someone you knew was very emotionally mature. Look at, there's the storm raging, boats capsizing, people freaking out over here, and the king stands here on solid ground with his cup completely unbothered by this wind, by this storm, and also on solid ground, very well grounded. Look, we're talking about get grounded. You know what this feels like. You've seen it or you've experienced it before, the getting grounded, this root chakra work. So getting grounded, feeling very solid, very secure in who you are, or somebody was. Someone could be a guide here that you've known in the past that is very grounded, and they're here they could maybe teach you, show you about that and how to accomplish that. Incredible emotional maturity, a Zen-like approach to life. Everything's going bad around you, but the king, a lot of people look to the king and depend on the king. This is a mentor bit. You do have this priestess card here, and just because it shows her solitary here she's getting support. She's connecting with others that maybe can do the same thing. So there's a lot of emotional maturity, a lot of Zen coming in here, even though the environment was very tumultuous. You were strong. You were able to handle your emotions and your emotional liquor and be protected. I don't know what I mean by that. Be protected. Yeah, your cup didn't spill. You protected your emotional cup. You weren't like reactive, like a sea anemone or something where someone just pokes you, presses your button, and there you're like, now it's predictable whatever you can do. Like unbutton pressable. pressable. So, and then we have in your current situation, my God, we have the 10 of coins. Something has already manifested here. Something came in with the intention, came in a while ago, and you were able to bring something to its full fruition. So this can mean two things. This can mean that you've been very successful financially, emotionally. This is probably the most successful card, one of the most successful cards in the deck, because one of the things I love about it is it includes emotional success and emotional fulfillment as well as financial fulfillment. So it's not just saying, yeah, you got all the toys that you wanted in life. This is saying that you've also had a lot of emotional fulfillment. So the other thing about this is it's as emotionally fulfilling as a situation can get, as financially fulfilling. It's as fulfilling as a certain situation can be. So if that is not very fulfilling for you, then you really need to, this is just like, hey, heads up, where you're at right now is as good as that's going to get. Okay. So if you like that, that's great. If that's not what you want, then you might want to start a new process of manifestation and get a new idea going. But this is about some idea having come in and it has reached its pinnacle. It has become a reality. Yeah, and then, oh my goodness, I did not realize this. Man, I did not realize that. Okay, well, I thought, and this happened for Taurus too. So I thought that everything was in the upright. I keep this deck in the upright, and I've got 2 accidental reversals here. So there are no mistakes in tarot. Apparently, I was divinely guided to not recheck my deck to make sure it was all in the right order. So we have in your hopes and fears 5 of Wands. I think you're really worried about conflict, or maybe a lack of conflict. No, you're worried about conflict because you're in this cave here. I don't think this one really matters all that much. You're worried about arguing. You're worried about a contest of wills. You really don't want this. You're worried about egos crossing swords here. It's on your mind. You're thinking about it. Maybe you know that once you come out of this cave, or once you start really expressing your true self here, that it's going to create some conflict. And you're very satisfied right now. You have everything you want. It's going to be hard. It would be very difficult to bring in some conflict very willingly to this level of satisfaction and manifestation. So you're, I think, unwilling to bring in some conflict. You don't want to. You would like to avoid the conflict. You really don't want to deal with it. All the yelling, all the shouting, a contest of wills. It almost seems like a fruitless, pointless contest of wills. You could actually also be worried about like some physical fight breaking out here too. And that's, or, I mean, maybe you're hopeful. I don't think so with this idea that you're back in the cave. The person that retreats back in the cave isn't really gleefully heading off into a battle and a contest of wills. They've retreated. They don't want to deal with it. So that's where this is. So I'm seeing this 5 of Wands here as not wanting to engage in conflict, not wanting to do something that stirs the pot, because your pot's looking really nice here. You don't really want to stir it, although you should be stirring a pot. I wonder what, don't stir the pot. You got to stir the pot or everything burns to the bottom. But you don't want to. You don't want to stir your pot. But maybe everything's going to burn if you don't. So what's at issue here is this Hierophant. This could be a lack of faith. This could be having difficulty with somebody in the church or in some sort of institution, having some difficulty dealing with an authority figure. But this could also be a lack of faith in the future, a lack of leadership in that faith. Oh, you're being called to lead. You're being called to be the priestess. Because someone's dropped the ball here in some sort of faith leadership thing. Some sort of leader has dropped the ball, and I think you're supposed to pick it up. Whoever normally takes care of shit is not taking care of shit. And in your environment, you've got 5 of Cups. So somebody here could be you, there's a lot to grieve. There's a lot that's got lost. A lot that's been lost, a lot that's been missing. Could be time, could be emotions and feelings. This has been, oh my gosh, yeah. We have this King of Cups in the past, but currently, in your current situation, we have a 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups is going to be a lot of difficulty. It's difficulty. This is no King of Cups. In your external, this could be an environment, a lot of grief, a lot of loss, a lot of sorrow, not really being able to be processed. This is not your King of Cups. Your King of Cups here, he's awesome. His cup is solid. It's on solid ground. That's where you've been in the past, or someone you know has been in the past. But around you is sort of this stuck in grief, negativity, looking at everything that's been lost and not seeing everything that's still here. So there's something in your environment that could be causing you to focus on loss. This is about what this is, right? You had some sort of difficulty and retreated into a cave and have been very focused on that difficulty and on that loss, maybe loss of connection, or maybe not being able to share what you wanted to share. But here, this is talking about it's time to move on to what you do have, all the stuff that you do have. This is like this is a grief process, right? Retreating to heal. And this is saying now you've healed, it's time for you to go back into the big bad world. So this is a similar vibe I'm getting from this card, as far as like retreating, grieving, going through some sort of hardship alone. And this is saying come out wherever you are and share with your people. You've got people here that want to help you. Do not do it alone. So you've got people that want to help and want to be there for you. I mean, look, they're comforting. We've got a Pope here in reverse, being very papal. And then we've got a Pope here also. This guy's almost providing more leadership in his comfort to the Pope than the Pope is to anybody else in this card, right? So there is the grief process needs to be honored completely, and it's not really a process that ends. It's a journey without end, but it is time for you to come out of the cave and express and connect. And then what I love here is your to-do list is this 2 of Cups, and these 2 cups spilled, but here we're bringing them back. We're adding the 2 cups back in. This is a deep emotional connection with somebody. This is sharing your sorrows, sharing your joys with one other person. I'm getting a lot of this card here. We're sharing. This card is soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. And this is basically saying, don't do it alone. Share your grief. Maybe you're grieving something and you need to talk it out. You need to talk to someone about it. Maybe a therapist, like this would be a good competent therapist right here, this King of Cups. You may need some grief counseling. None of that is to say that you're crazy or abnormal. Everybody needs that stuff. When we have a plumbing issue, I do not take care of itself. I call my landlord, and then my landlord calls the plumber, because he knows better than to take care of it himself also. So we call in an expert, and everybody's going to need an expert, because what are the chances you are automatically born here with all of the emotional tools that you need to handle everything life hands you, and you just were born with it, or you were just raised by parents who somehow instilled with you somehow every single skill you could possibly ever need. So this is just like, it's like going to private school or getting some mentoring, emotional, that's what counseling is. It's just getting some mentoring from someone that studied the problem, studied the issue, has seen a lot of it, understands most of the possible manifestations of it, and is there to provide some expert help. So we could be talking about a therapist, but we could also just be talking about a good friend, somebody, I don't think this person hurt you in the past. I think this is somebody else. And connect, deep emotional sharing and connection. This is one-on-one. This is not a friend group. This is someone that you're confiding in and you're sharing your deepest emotions and feelings with. So you need to find someone to confide in. They're here. They want you to confide in them. They want to support you, and you're reaching out here for emotional support. And yeah, because you're there's something here in your environment that's either causing you grief, or you may be having to comfort other people and not getting that comfort yourself. The caregiver fatigue situation. You may be, because you may not be the Pope here. The Pope could be somebody else that's not providing leadership or not providing their usual function. You could be this guy right here comforting somebody, and who comforts the comforter? So you need to reach out for support. There's so much support here, and this whole reading is just about you having experienced a difficulty and needing support right now. In your, oh, I love this one. In your future possible outcome, we have reverse hermit. This is I'm not seeing, ignoring your own path. I'm seeing not isolating. If you've been isolating lately, which is so easy to do because it is the right thing to do for a lot of this coronavirus situation, but there's also an aspect to it that can be very unhealthy. So this is no isolation. Stop isolating. You're going to reach out. You're going to find people to support you. You're not going to be isolated and alone anymore. Maybe you feel like if you just reach out, you might know what person you want to reach out to, and you might be very worried that it's just going to be full of conflict. I'm not seeing that with this Two of Cups. You are so well supported, and it's time for you to reach out for that support, and do not isolate. Don't isolate. You won't be isolated anymore after you reach out for support. You won't be feeling quite so isolated. So, all right, Gemini, I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you so much for, well, let's do a wild Kuan Yin. Just one. Hey, I want to say, I don't have time, but it's my time, and I'm not working today, so 3. Why is it always like that when I'm like, okay, this has gone a little long, and then it gives me 3. Oh, God, I love this one. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, my God, I'm glad we got 3, though. Okay, here we have support, needing support, taking a time out from life to support somebody or to be supported. Harvest Mother watches over me. The inner world offers powerful healing energy, creating space to receive it with love, patience, acceptance, and willingness to hear, feel, and honor all messages from our inner world. This is you supporting yourself, by the way. With wisdom, allows this inner medicine to work its healing magic. Even if it seems unfathomable at an intellectual level, the inner world knows how to restore and heal every aspect of the soul. We just need to invite and allow it. I think this is your getting grounded and mothering yourself card. And then we have what is a dry and barren landscape right now will not always be that way. Oasis of hope. The successes that seem impossible are all the more precious for their unlikelihood. These are reminders of divine power, the triumph of hope, of winning against the odds. Remember that life thrives hidden even in the desert. Do not give up hope. Believe in the inevitability of your beautiful destiny. I love this. This does look like a pope that has given up hope, but your commitment is being tested. I think this could be your hope is being tested, your ability to remain hopeful even in difficult circumstances when there's no reason for it. And this is spring coming. I just like the way these cards came out, and yeah, spring is coming. It's cool, good, beautiful things are coming. Blessing bestowed, there is no end to the Divine Mother's ingenuity and grace. No obstacle can obstruct her generosity and protection. So get used to the feeling of the joy of knowing something truly precious is going to unfold in your life. Nurture that feeling like you would the readiness for spring in your heart when winter is upon you. You know it is coming and you anticipate it with such pleasure, right? We know that spring is coming, and I just feel like this is about, all 3 of these cards are about support through difficulty and knowing that spring is coming and knowing that good things are coming your way. But right now it's just so much acknowledgement that there is a lot of difficulty here. But again, we have these 3 cards of support surrounding you. And I feel like these are all another 3 cards of support surrounding you. I just feel very well supported. You are loved, you are supported, and allow someone to come in and provide comfort for you and support you. All right, Gemini, I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you so much for your likes and your subscribes and your comments. I very much appreciate them.